Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Dan Anderson in our Oxford office, wishing you a warm welcome to this Global Associate Meeting. Now, for those of you who are new to us, or those of you who don't understand what this is an update call that Atif and I created back in the dawn of time, and we wanted to communicate every week with our leaders around the planet. So I've just done one in English translated to Chinese for our Chinese-speaking community, and this is the one for everyone else. So I know that we have people from all over the world on this call. Jag ser en massa svenskar där. Så tjena Anette och Anki och alla andra från Sverige. I know also we have people from Eastern Europe here. We have people from the Philippines. Beatrice, nice to see you. I'm sure that Farhat Mirza as well from Pakistan. Gwen is a corporate member of staff from the Toronto office, of course. And then we have Johnny in Denmark. Welcome to the call. We have all sorts of people. Mary Digman in the USA as well. So we really are spanning the time zones with this. I know that in North America, this is a morning call, sort of 9, 10 o'clock in the morning sort of thing. In the Philippines, goodness knows what time you have there, but it's kind of late. We have Turkey on the call as well. Melik, welcome aboard. Egypt is here. Nabil Farid, well done. We have Russia. And Natalia, I don't quite know where in the world you are today, but normally from the former Russian stuff. Nico from Germany. And I'm just names dropping. Rachel from the Philippines as well. That's fantastic. Same from Egypt, or maybe you're in Sudan, or maybe you're in somewhere in the Middle East. So fantastic. So we've got a lot of things to go through here, so I'll just sort of start to hammer along here. We have Leo Coin updates to give you. We have Leo Crowd, Global Leaders Summit in July 2016 in Greece. We're going to talk about, of course, the executive trip in October. We got some good news for the RRP extension, and many of you will be aware of that. We'll talk about that a little bit as well. The mining rig service that we do, the BOA extension, and some events that we're very, very proud to be talking about on this call. Now, in broad terms, Leo Coin is going from strength to strength. We've got the data in front of you here, and one of the things that we're seeing from a corporate perspective is that we're getting a lot of people joining us who have kind of abandoned some sort of scam coin. Most recently we had people from the OneCoin environment come to our office here in the UK. They were not terribly happy with the split barometers and the way that they were running their business. Let me just leave it there. They looked at Leo, and they looked at Leo Coin, and they loved the transparency. They loved the fact that we're doing a real coin here. They love the fact that we have a coin that can be mined. They love the fact that we are transparent about the activity that's happening on our exchange. And as you can see, the environment on Leo Coin is quite frothy at the moment, especially the graph in the lower right-hand corner there, the blue one, is showing you record-breaking volume. And of course, this is all following on from the announcements that we made when we were going from proof of work to proof of stake. So what we're seeing is people building their coin positions. People want to get to the 1,000 Leo coins. They want to get to the 5,000 Leo coins. They want to get to the 50,000 Leo coins, because not only are they, how should I say, they're participating with a dynamic coin, with a member community that has legs and can do fantastic things in the market. They're also seeing that the price there is likely to go up, as well as then have the opportunity to participate in the proof of stake architecture. So this is where the people who hold the stake in the coin can actually get rewarded for that stake. If they keep their wallets open, then the wallet will itself excuse me, will sort of mine, if you like, and give you a random reward, so that if you have 1,000 Leo coins, you'd get over a year an aggregate of maybe up to sort of 10%. If you have 5,000, the projections are showing that you'd get 15%, and if you have 50,000, the reward could be as much as 20%, which is phenomenal if you think what you could get if you had an investment in a traditional bank. How much will they give you? Well, they'll give you inflation for a start, and then they'll give you a minuscule interest rate, whereas you can then participate in something modern, something that is the future of money as we see it, and you can getting rewards that are on two sides. One, the coin is more than likely to go up in value, and two, you will also get a kind of a return on your stake in the community that then is reflecting how large your stake is, if I put it like that. So people are coming from scam coins and joining Leo now because they see the transparency, they see that we're working politically, they see that we're trying to do a compliant business, they see that we're an honest business with a long-term vision, and this is for me is great kind of reward for the hard work that we've put in. The only place where you can get easy money is in something where they kind of rob Paul to pay Peter, and don't be surprised, Paul, if you never get paid at all because your scam has collapsed before you get a chance to get your reward. So very, very pleased to see that people are waking up to what this is really about, as opposed to all of the nonsense that's in the market. So I'll just leave it at that. Where we're seeing the coin now is that we'll probably have a little period now where the coin will stay stable. We're waiting for the final tests to be concluded on the proof of stake. To be honest, I think we're still a couple of weeks out before we actually go live with it. We have a lot of things going on to support the community, both in terms of PR and also in terms of compliance, and also in terms of some of our registrations. We're working very, very hard, for instance, on the US market, and we found a way that we can actually do a fully legal, fully SEC compliant way where we're working with the FinCEN authorities to actually have a legal way for people to participate with LeoCoin in the USA, which of course is a very important market for us, and once we get that through later on this year, not sure how long it's going to be, and I wouldn't like to be committing to a date yet, but it's something that we're working very, very actively on. That can only support the community and can only support the LeoCoin ecology. Now, the testing for our hard fork that we're doing when we're going over to proof of stake is right now almost concluded, and it's behaved exactly the way that we were hoping it's going to be. So it's looking very solid, it's looking very, very strong, but we will not launch it until we're really sure that it's going to behave in a way that we want it to behave. We're not going to pre-launch this and then deal with drama. We're going to make sure that the testing is included. We've worked with some very, very high-level people in the Bitcoin community on the development side to help with the proof of stake conversion, if you like. And we're also working with people from Europe, and people from different markets are also helping us with this, people who are experts and authorities in the crypto sphere. So very, very pleased to be able to give you that update. It's all looking very, very good. But people are also seeing that we're not just a one-trick pony. We're not just doing one thing, because we're sort of becoming this entrepreneurship place where we do more than just one thing. And one of the things that we're doing that we're very excited about is Leo Crowd, of course. I was in Stockholm, which for a foreign Swede, if you like, a Swedish person who lives in the UK, and very, very satisfying to be there and actually be able to speak to my countrymen in our own Swedish language, which was very, very cool. And people always look a little bit strange at me from the corporate side or from the field side when they see me go off into Swedish. And sometimes the Swedish people look at me a little bit strange as well, because it's definitely a sort of a hybrid Swedish of Swedish and English, which we call svengelska. But it was very, very nice to be coming home full circle as a Swedish entrepreneur abroad, to be bringing this back to Stockholm, where we launched this event with David Johnston and the Leo Crowd team in full force there. What we're seeing on the platform now is projects and things now just slowly getting picked up, and we've successfully funded one project. There's another 2 or 3 on the way, and we're kind of in the beta phase of Leo Crowd. We've got a solid platform, we've got abilities to fund the projects that are in there. It's all kind of working, maybe not as good as we want it to be, and there's a few clunkinesses here and there, fine. But we are a credible platform, and again, something that's very, very hard for a short-term business to replicate and duplicate. So we've kind of gone for the higher ground there, and people like Yahoo Finance are picking up on this and talking about Leo Crowd and us as a company uh, reporting on what we're doing. And for me, this is again testimony to we're a real business living in the real world and getting media attention, because some of the things that we're doing are quite dynamic and new and fresh. So every reason for you to be going out speaking to people and showing them this stuff. So Yahoo Finance, do a search on Leo Crowd and you will find this article yourself, and documentation beats conversation, as we all know. Now, the crowdfunding project that I'm quite keen on is this one here by Wendy in Canada. She's one of our leaders over there, and she created this little Leo project, which is a pendant, a necklace in sterling silver, as I understand it. And you all need to go on the Leo Crowd platform and fund this project and the other ones that you see there. There are some fantastic things to do with supporting orphanages in Bali. There's little entrepreneurs that want a little leg up. There's people who have products that they want to push through that they're looking for you to support. But in particular, you as a Leo community, you need to go on the platform and you need to support this, because if and when this becomes successful, it can only help your business, because it's another conversational piece, it's another thing for you to show to people, it's another way for you to show the range, the breadth, the depth, the solidity to your business, and you as a community, you can make that happen by supporting it, by making a pledge to support something that strikes your fancy, something that you're attracted to, something that you think has got merit, and you put in a pledge for that, because that can only help the wider community and therefore help your business. So this is kind of marching orders to all of you. Go on the leocrowd.com platform, find a project that you love, fund it, and I've done this myself. You can fund with Leo Coin, you can fund with Bitcoin, you can fund with your bank transfer. I think you can fund with credit cards now as well, although I haven't checked that in the last 12 hours. But so this is something that you as a community have to do, because the more support that you give this, the greater the chance we have to create an outrageous success. Now, people are very excited about Leo Crowd, because we can see that on the Leo Crowd pre-share platform in your back office. So in this area, people are now starting to buy and sell Leo Crowd pre-shares. Members who understand what this is all about have actually driven the price up to over 50p just in the last week or two. So this is, again, very, very frothy and very, very exciting to see that certainly our members are believing in Leo Crowd, and certainly our members think that this has huge value. And certainly our members are seeing that this has a great, great future. You also have to demonstrate that in terms of supporting the project. And it doesn't matter which country in the world that you live in, you can do this through digital currencies if no other payment solution is available to you. So that is for you. I want to see some projects this week funded and successfully concluded. Now, Athens is in full swing. We are doing all the planning for this, and it's looking like a landmark event, really. So July 14th to 20th, that's the time when you need to be there. And the league table there has changed. We are looking at China in first place, Pakistan in second, and then we've got a whole slew of companies. Vietnam, Sweden, UAE, and Canada are in the running for the #1 nation supporting the Greek event in July, and this will change every week as we go forward. But it's nice to see the cross-section of countries, nice to see the cross-section of nationalities that is coming to our United Nations event in the country that launched the very Olympic concept. So we'll be flying flags, we'll be celebrating your country when you come there, and I will see the Swedish flags, the Vietnam flags, the Pakistani flags, the Chinese flags, and all of the flags of all of our business will be there celebrating in style. We will have well over 200 people. It might even nudge up to 400 people there, and this will be really one of those events that you will remember for the rest of your life, that everything that came before was one stage of Leo, everything that comes after is the second stage of Leo. Some of the announcements and some of the things that we're launching there, I cannot tell you about. I've been actually expressly forbidden by Geraldine and Atif, because if I do, it would actually do irreparable damage to the business, because we want to keep something back for the actual event. But there are some very, very big things, and I really think that the business will go from one level to a higher quantum level, if you like, in Athens. People are also using the sales volume that they're doing now to qualify for the executive trip in October. So it means that if you're qualifying for Athens, if you're qualifying for Greece, the same volume will help qualify you to get to the executive position so that you can join the executive trip in October. Now, the people who went to October on our first scheduled trip this year, just a few weeks or months ago, really, if we look at all of them gone back to their markets, their business has gone to another level, to a higher level, because of what they saw, because of the training, because of networking with other leaders, because of being in this environment called Dubai, where it really teaches you what wealth is about. It really teaches you what is possible to achieve in the world if you have a dream and a vision. And they come back with this vision to their marketplace, and suddenly they're inspiring and motivating and moving their teams and prospects in a totally different way. So you must get to Dubai if you haven't been there, and you must get on the executive trip by getting to the executive position. Now, we have decided reluctantly, or with great thought, to extend the double RP promotion that was supposed to finish on Saturday. The bottom line is that Atif and I were there. We had people coming to us, we had people crying to us, we had people begging us, we had leaders saying that if you did this, this would be so helpful for my business activities. So although we said we would not extend this, in the face of overwhelming demands for us to extend it, we have decided to extend it for one more week. It will not be extended again. On April the 29th, this coming Saturday, it's finished. But it means that you'll get double RP for the same effort, which is that, meaning that if you needed to do 5,000 to get to associate, you actually only have to do 2,500. So it's going up the plan twice as fast. Up to the executive position. That means that you can go senior associate coordinator using the double RP, but it only counts right up to 100,000 RP in each leg. So that means that you can get to the executive rank for this, but you can't get, for instance, to the director rank. So it goes up to the executive, which is to give people a leg up in our plan and give people a chance to get to a higher level. At the same time, we also warned you about the Leo coin mining service. And we told you over the last couple of weeks that we have done some analysis on this, and in a moving space of difficulty levels and the moving price points of different altcoins and what have you, we reviewed this and came to the conclusion that we couldn't keep the 100 guaranteed minimum there forever. There was a crazy point just in the last 10 days when the price of Leo coin on the internal platform went to £1.50 or something like this. So basically people could mine a guaranteed amount of 1,200 coins over a year that was costing them £1,250 to get, and that had a value of £1,800. So it was kind of like a license to print money. And that's how we feel about this product. It really is an insane proposition when you understand it. And when you take this to people and explain to them that, look, you'll be participating in the Leo coin community. You'll be supporting the Leo coin itself. You're participating and building up your stakeholding. And you're also going to make money on these things as both you're acquiring coins and these coins go up in value. It really is a crazy thing. So we will change it, and we will drop the guaranteed minimum from 100 to 80 on the 29th of April. But that means that if you sell a rig service this week, the people are getting a guaranteed minimum, and it could be more, but a minimum of 1,200 coins if they purchase it this week. And if they purchase it next week, it's a guaranteed minimum of 9,600. And again, it could be more. So if you're going to sell any of these things now, sell them this week, and then cruise a little bit the week after, and then get. It's still an insane proposition at 80, but at 100 it really is quite cool. The Business Ownership Award is also the reset opportunity of a lifetime for some people. Now, most people get to Platinum in the timeline and qualify for the Business Ownership Award when they get to the director level. But there's some people that get to Platinum and they take it a bit slow, and they miss that deadline, or there's some people who haven't actually got to Platinum yet, but they're still building a one-leg business, say. We decided to give everyone sort of a chance to redo this and get it right, and a lot of people have sort of thanked us very, very appreciatively for this. So until the 30th of April, you can re-qualify for the Business Ownership Award, either by reaching Platinum within this period Or if you're an existing platform that didn't qualify for the BOA, if you do 1,000 bonus points in direct sales within this incentive period, you will also qualify again for the Business Ownership Award, so that you can have a level playing field with the other people that are moving towards that. So again, if you're one of those people, if you have people like that in your team, it's worth going to them and banging the drum about this a little bit. Now, I'm going to hand over to me here, who's going to be sharing with you what we're doing this coming Wednesday in the UK Houses of Parliament. This is kind of, from a UK perspective, the most famous building in the UK, the Houses of Parliament down in the river, on the River Thames in London. We are hosting an ambassadorial reception. Me here, are you there?
I am.
Now, please share with our global audience here what this is all about.
Well, this is an absolutely fantastic event. So as Dan said, we are hosting a reception for ambassadors from all over the world to come and meet Leo, to come and meet Dan and the team.
Hold on. We're hosting this together with 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 other companies, right?
No, of all the companies in all the world, of all the companies there ever could possibly be, the only people in the room will be Leo.
So you're saying that this is a Leo event that we are hosting, and we have ministers, members
of Parliament, we have British Lords, we have ambassadors from something like 20 odd countries, and they're all coming there, and they're all coming to meet you, Dan, and they're all coming to meet the team. And Graham and Geraldine and me and the rest of the team to talk about what Leo thinks about British business, what Leo thinks about what we should be doing across the world, and what we think about the way business should be done. So we'll be talking about Leo Coin and the opportunity that it presents. We're talking about Leo Crowd and how it can change the way businesses are funded. And we're talking about the entire Leo business and sharing our ideas and our vision with the people from these countries. And you can see the flags there. And actually, there are more to come. We couldn't fit all the flags we wanted onto this one slide.
This is showing 25 flags.
Yes, and there's even more to come. I just heard, I think this morning or over the weekend, that the ambassador from Egypt will also be joining us, as well as representatives from all of these countries.
So if I was a Swedish person listening to this webinar here now, I could get quite excited. So how come you haven't said who's coming from Sweden, for instance?
Well, there's so many names to go through. I mean, so for example, from Sweden, we have a woman called Ulrika Funered, who is the Minister Councillor for Trade and Commercial Affairs, coming from the Embassy of Sweden to have a conversation. From Dubai, we have His Highness Sheikh Mohammed Al Mohammed bin Maktoum, who is a relative of the Sheikh of the UAE, and is coming from the embassy to meet us. We have His Excellency Dr. Halimek Abera from the Embassy of Nigeria. We have the High Commissioner from Malaysia, from Kenya, from Ethiopia. We have senior people from China, from Brazil, and Tunisia, and Mexico, and all over the world. People are coming to...
If we play our cards right, we're actually going to be contributing to world peace at this event.
I think we'll be we'll definitely be contributing to world business. We'll definitely have the opportunity to meet and talk to representatives of almost every country in the world where Leo has a presence. So almost every single person on this call will be able to say that someone from their governments representing their government has met with Dan or has met with Atif and talked to Leo about the global Leo business.
And of course, we do everything we can to get the photos out and all of that.
Yes, of course we will. And actually, I mean, I haven't even mentioned our speaker. Our speaker is a minister in the UK government. He's a Foreign Office minister, and right now he's one of the most important because he's the minister responsible for Europe in Britain. Those of you will know there's a big debate going on in the country. And so, yeah, we have ministers there. We have the head of the Federation of Small Businesses, which is one of the biggest unions in the country. We have the chief executive of the British Council, which is one of the major foreign affairs government bodies here. And it's one of those strange situations where we have so many high-profile guests, you forget the ones who aren't ambassadors because there's just so many to think of. But yeah, there's so many people to meet and so many people who are so keen to come and are keen to meet us to talk about what we think.
No, really. I mean, and I have to give you credit as well, Michiel, because you have pulled this off practically single-handedly, using your PR savvy and connections and experience. So Leo is really benefiting from this. But this is quite an unusual event for a direct selling company, wouldn't you say?
This is an event that I don't think many direct selling companies in the world could do. Certainly not some of the ones we've talked about today. You have to be a credible, legitimate business. You have to be established. People have to know that you're doing the right thing. Because when these people come to visit you, they write back to their own government. These ambassadors would all write back to their prime ministers and governments and tell them that they were at an event today at the British Parliament with a company called Leo. And they can't do that if they're not engaging with a credible business. They have to be able to say, we've met some really important, impressive businesses today, and they wouldn't come to an event that someone like us wasn't hosting.
No, it's fantastic. So seriously, people on the call, this is a big thing, and we deliberately haven't actually gone out with some of the names and lists of people coming because, frankly, we didn't want people in our member base to start to contact the embassies and ask if this was true or not, and reach out to their ambassador or what have you. So we will publish the full list afterwards, together with some PR and press releases and what have you. So you will have your time in the sun, but just sit on your hands for now and just look forward to hearing the press releases about this, and when we talk about those on next Monday's call, for instance. So we'll dedicate the majority of it to this meeting, I should think. So, moving swiftly on. So that is one of the most exciting things in my career, and one of my career highlights this Wednesday coming. And I'm actually quite nervous about it. I've met lots of big, important people and what have you, and then there's kind of a photo wall in my office, which is kind of quite cool. But this event in the Houses of Parliament in the UK will trump all of that, so that's very, very cool. But we are also progressing on with different events building into the July event in Greece. So in May, this coming Friday, after this event, I'm going out to New York and I'm meeting some of our North American leaders over there. And I'm very, very excited to be going there. We also have some events going on in the UK. We also have the DSA event here in the UK, which I'll talk more about on a separate slide. We're attending in June the USA DSA and the Canadian DSA meetings. And of course, then in July is our Greek event. On the 18th of May, we're doing a UK Open Day, and this is a little tradition that we have in the Leo business, that every quarter or so, or twice, 3, 4 times a year, we do an Open Day in the UK offices. Now these are our corporate headquarters. There's a good little team of people here who are supporting different aspects of the business, and it's in this very charming old barn conversion, and so we have sort of all of this Englishness going on, and we're right on the banks of the River Thames. So people come here and they really feel that they've been in the UK. But it's also very good for recruitment, and what people are doing is they're VIPing people into these things here, because they come here, they meet us, they see that we're real people, that we have a transparent and clean business. We're not flash. We're not money game gits. We kind of have this wonderful sort of transparency, and we are just who we are. And people quite resonate with that and quite warm to us. So what I know that Magnus, for instance, and Per in Sweden are doing is that I think Per was flying 25 people over here to participate in this 18th of May. And we get people from all over Europe. And if any of you on this call have any people in the UK or in Europe, and you can get them over to the UK office, we will look after them, and they'll be part of a very, very kind of fun-filled, cool day where Atif gives speeches, or I give some training, and we feed them, we give them some food, and they get a chance to meet the media team and the marketing team and the finance team and the wider support teams that are here. And it's just a very, very cool thing for them to go back then and build and prospect with, because they can say, I've been to the UK office, I've met the people, I know that they're real. And we had a little mini open day last week when people flew in from France and from Spain, and I'm sure some of those are on the call here now. And I think it's fair to say that they kind of engaged with us because they thought, now this is a good company, this is an honest company, these are some cool people, and Dan Anderson is very, very handsome, and of course I'd like to be in his business, together with Atif, really. Atif is very, very handsome, and Dan is very old and wise. But it kind of works for us, and so 18th of May, be here or not, but if you can, come along. The UK DSA on the 19th of May, the day after. is where we are sponsoring the event together with Amway. You can see our logo there and Amway's logo, and we're also up for a leadership award together with Avon and Forever Living Products. Now, if you look at Forever Living Products, they're a 35-year-old company. Avon is, I think, over 100 years old, and Leo is 4 years old, and I'm humbled and proud to be there with these sort of companies and to be up for a leadership award. I am in the top 3 finalists apparently, and who knows, if things go with us, maybe we'll win it, maybe we'll be second, maybe we'll be third, doesn't really matter. But to be in the top 3 is very, very flattering, so that's quite cool. We're also sponsoring charity events, and is this something that Graham knows more about? Who knows about this one? Oh, Karen has organised this. That's right. Our HR manager, Karen here in the UK office, she came to me and proposed to me this little charity event where we should sponsor some local things to build our brand profile in the Oxfordshire community. And so we are sponsoring a 1-kilometre superhero kids dash on Sunday the 19th of June. For hospices, and if you're not familiar with the hospices word, this is for kids that have terminal illnesses or very, very serious illnesses. So we're very, very pleased to be able to do our bit for as part of being a good socially responsible company. We sponsor all these sort of things, and we sponsor football teams, and we sponsor this, and we sponsor that, and we actually struggle a little bit on beating the drum about some of the projects that we've done. We've done so many things over the years for a startup company that it's kind of just good work. So that's one thing that we do. The other thing that I'm very, very pleased about is how, despite everything that the corporate does, we can't be successful without our field amping up and being part of this as well. And Hua, who some of you recall from the Bali event, she's one of our big leaders in the Chinese-speaking community. She's been organizing events now in Xinjiang and all over China, where the theme is Go Greece. So she's pushing all of her business and all of her people to come and to participate in the Greek event. And of course, it's fantastic when we have this international community there, and we have an ocean of Chinese people at these events. No one is more proud than me to see the multicultural breadth and width of Leo, the startup company that could. So well done, Hua, well done everyone in the Chinese business, and keep up the good work. We're also, these webinars are now back, so you're on this call because you heard about this call. Please share it with other people, please promote it, please let them know that we will be doing this associate meeting here every week now, right up until Athens, certainly, and probably beyond. Tiff and I, we try to do it ourselves. If we can't cover, we always get one of the other directors or one of the other team leaders on to cover for us. So every week you'll have this like a little pulse beat in your business. The other thing that we're doing, which I'm very, very pleased to see, is the webinar trainings. We are a training company. Our product is training, and of course we should train people on how to do the Leo business, not as a product that we charge for, but as a service that we make available. This is our core competency. This is what we know best, how to do training. So Michelle has spearheaded this thing where she does Leo member back office training, Discover Leo business presentations, marketing plan training, duplication training, all available to you on YouTube, free of charge, where you can get a new person trained. You can get a new person to get the fundamental knowledge that he or she needs to be successful with Leo, and just very, very pleased to be able to offer this as a free service to our members who are working hard to build their business. So in conclusion, call to action, double RP, these are the final few days. The mining service, these are the final few days of that being at 100 guaranteed baseline. Qualify for Athens on the same volume and get your 20,000 BOA if you haven't done so already. If you do this and you work hard, you might even find that you are qualified for the executive trip to Dubai. POS is coming. Build your balances and get ready for that, because that will happen very, very shortly. We will be starting to send out communications of where to download the wallet, because that's basically all you have to do. You download a wallet. It is now then fully aligned with the new POS mechanisms, and then you are participating in proof of stake when you transfer your wallet balances over to this new wallet. So it's coming. It's coming. It can't come soon enough in my world. But things take the time that they take, and everything happens for a reason at just the right time. So please be patient. We're working very, very hard on everything, as you can see. And Atif and I, we are very, very proud to be in business with you, and we will do everything in our power to help you be successful. Our job is to build a platform and a company and product. Your job is to speak to the people. And this year, God willing, we'll go to 1 million members and build our Leo Coin community, build our Leo Crowd community, and build our Leo family. So this is Dan Anderson in Oxford saying thank you very much indeed, and handing the microphone over to Michelle.
Sorry about that. Just hot off the press, got a message. If you could unmute Mahbub. He has just come back from an exciting meeting about the DSA in Pakistan.
Let me find Mahbub. Where are you, Mahbub? Maybe you can unmute yourself, unless I see Leo Corporate Organizers, but I don't know who is Mahbub. Oh, there you are. Gotcha. Unmute Mahbub Shah. Mahbub Shah! Mahbub, are you there? Mahbub. Dan Anderson to Mahbub, are you there? I thought I heard you for a split second.
Hi.
Hey, Mahbub.
Hi, Dan.
How are you, my friend? You're on your mobile phone or something with the dodgy connection, aren't you? Oh, we lost you. No, there you are. I can see you still, but I can't hear you.
Well, if we can't hear him now, we do have our leader calls coming up on Thursday, and maybe we'll have Mahbub as a guest speaker to talk about it.
Yeah, but while there you are. You're back, Mahbub.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, I can hear you. I can hear you intermittently. Let me mute you, Mahbub, because I don't think this is going to work. It's not meant to be for whatever reason. But let me share with you that Mahbub, through his own efforts and his own initiative, of course with our blessing, and but totally on his own power, if you like, has become made Leo a founding member of the Pakistan DSA. Mahbub Shah himself is now I think the title is Senior Vice President within that organization, and Leo is then one of the core companies that actually started the DSA in Pakistan. Now, without Mahbub Shah, we would not have had a chance to do that. So on behalf of the board of directors, on behalf of all the corporate staff, on behalf of all of our leaders in any country, we want to say thank you very, very much indeed to Mahbub, our general manager in the Dubai region, because this is something that helps all of us. There's kind of a rising tide raises all ships, and the more we are compliant, the more we are leading the direct selling space, the more we are participating with the DSAs, and if we can actually be a founder member in a country that has almost 200 million people, where there has been so many scams and so many hanky-panky businesses and so much hurt created by money games and pyramid scams, it is just something that I'm fiercely, fiercely proud of, that Leo then, the company that Atif and I started 4 years ago, if the company that we started can now already be a founder member, a founder company of a DSA in a market that has so much strength and so much potential as Pakistan, this for me is just fantastic. So well done, Mahbub, and thank you on behalf of all of us. So that then, I think, concludes the Global Associate webinar here. I thank you all for your kind attention, and I know that many of you are huddled around with many different people around your screen and your microphone. So it's great to see that numbers of this call are building and building and building and building. And next week we will be here, and I will do everything I can to be online myself. I'm not sure how that fits with my USA travel. If not me, then Atif, and if not Atif, someone who's equally strong from the rest of our management team. So Dan Anderson, Oxford, saying thank you very much indeed, and speak to more people. Thanks a lot.